But now one semifinal left to go. And early finding that backhand. The deflection from Vivienne David.
1-0-2. Side out.
Slight roll to the middle of the court. That's another area that teams have talked about maybe going after a bit more, just in terms of a new partnership. But with this one of Jack Sock and Leigh Waters, I want to avoid that forehand of Jack Sock.
For sure. I mean, they talked about getting it figured out, and we have a little water or drip or something on the court somewhere, so we're going to get that straightened out here. But yeah, no, that's why even the 2 days of practice that Leigh and Jack talked about that they had earlier in the week is so important. A dink here who's taking it, a ball in the air who's taking it here, and they've figured that out really well today.
Yep is right. Sitting on down. Vivienne David, some of the best hip flexibility you'll see.
For sure. So she, you know, Jack has already seen twice now big rips at the forehand come back from her.
Well, that makes a statement early.
No doubt.
Shutting down a certain location. Because there's a rip from Leigh Waters, and we talked about it in their quarterfinal match. Where do you return the ball? Who do you want to not have to deal with up at the kitchen line versus the baseline? And it's really a double-edged sword with this team.
Sure is.
Leigh Waters is known as not only a great player on the move, but probably one of the best poachers in the game of pickleball. And Jack Sock, one of the best poachers in the game of tennis.
Yeah, any sport with a couple of lines on it and a net, he is the man. And can't believe he missed his serve there, but
there's no second serves in this sport.
He's used to kicking in at that second serve. Kick it into the backhand, Jack. You don't get to do that here, buddy.
That's a really nice move from Jack Sock. That's a pickleball move right there.
It really is, and he is learning as he goes here too. That's what's exciting to see.
Side out.
Again, Julian Arnold finding a different octave.
Yeah.
It's the second time I've heard it
today.
He and Jay DeVilliers are in our choir for sure.
I like that from Julian Arnold.
Yeah, because this is how Jack is learning the game. He sees Vivienne David going for the earning and throws it over her head, but then he let the overhead go. There's driving crash. Here we go.
Point.
Most people prefer to do that with their forehands, but it's Leigh with that two-handed backhand. It's just lethal.
I was going to say, I actually liked Julian Arnold's ability to kind of find that forehand on the return because it kept him on the move to get up to the kitchen line.
4-1-2.
They are wrecking the ball right now.
Ball's out, side out.
Is that a second serve missed?
Yep, and again, can't just kick it in, Jack. So here we go. 2 serves missed, but a great start for Waters and Sock.
Getting up is Vivienne David.
Yeah, and the difference there is it's on the right shoulder, not the left shoulder there, so she is able to not have to fully twist her body to get that, but still a really nice ball from Vivienne.
I mean, talk about the ability. That was a great angle for us to see Jack Sock really redirect that ball to different locations with the same paddle.
Yeah, and that's what most tennis players are not going to bring over to this because they're going to be used to their tennis volleys, and he has pickleball volleys, meaning he doesn't have to step into it and cut it. He gets on top of it and rolls it. He brushes that ball down. It's and he keeps the paddle out in front, so he's ready for the next one, where a lot of tennis players swing two
through.
hands,
4, 2,
and then
1.
the paddle is stuck on their wrong shoulder, and they eat the next one.
Second serve.
Leigh Waters in the transition zone looking for the 5th speed up.
4, 2, 2.
And I was wondering, is there potential that maybe some of their drives could be going out, but that's one of the first we've seen let go.
2, 4, 1.
Yeah, and that one was 2 steps inside the baseline, so good read there on the 5th.
Point.
Good leave on a ball that I don't know how Vivienne would have touched it to leave it off the tape there. Again, Julian Arnold trying to get this
3, 4,
Charlotte
1.
crowd revved up.
No go. Leigh Waters shutting the door and shutting it fast.
Yeah, a little tomahawk in the middle of that point from Jack Sock. There's a good look at it right there.
3, 4, 2.
Cross court speed up from Julian Arnold.
Point. Four, 4, 2.
Arnold let it fly.
Side out.
He said he's never had a ball to bounce.
4, 4, 1.
Giving herself time to reset, Leigh Waters. So what are you seeing? What's working for Arnold and David at this point?
Doing a good job of, at the kitchen line, not letting these two tee off. They're
4,
keeping
4,
the
2.
ball in unattackable spots. I really like it. You know, they've lost their points on this action right there. That's where the 5 has come from.
Point.
That's why the return is just so crucial against these two, and there's no
5,
safe
4, 2.
half. It's just lesser of two evils.
Side out.
Disappointed with the net. Ball's just long. So you have to pay a lot of attention to that 4th coming your
4,
direction.
5, 1.
Got to be set, stop, don't run through it.
Point.
He talked about it. He was looking for some more disguise because he does work with that forehand.
Yeah, that's, he said 2
5,
lines
5,
in a row,
1.
so it must have skidded off that kitchen line there.
Julian Arnold starting to talk at Jack Sock, who, by the way, has been pretty phenomenal in that category on the day.
Yeah, it was very chirpy
6, 5,
against
1.
Bright and Ignatowicz. Well, we haven't seen much of it here. Seemed to fuel his play as well.
Jack Sock from the baseline transition to the kitchen line
Second serve.
has an impact.
Yeah, and the big, like, tennis reset is not a thing. Okay, it's not a thing, and yet he is showing he is able to make that happen. There were 3 or 4 in that rally. Just that's the nuances of the game that are really difficult to bring over, and that shows you, we talked about it in his last match, how much pickle he has played to be able to execute that shot.
Guy was playing 3 to 4 nights a week after tennis practice.
Side out.
Sock enjoyed calling that one out.
I don't think he had to call it out.
No.
I think that one left the building.
5-6-1. Second serve.
Leigh Waters with a shot to get this back at a
5-6-2.
tied ball game. Really impressed right now with Vivienne David. Her heads-up ability versus Jack Sock has been on point.
Yeah, it's so compact. She's able to handle those drives, and
6-5-1.
what a battle here for the last spot in the final.
A little too much pop.
Second serve. Six, 5-2. Side out.
Julian Arnold, he's known to be aggressive, especially in the transition zone. A lot of players at times will reset that 5-6-1 ball and just get themselves set, but it's also hard to go away from if it works for you so often.
No backhands.
Julian Andiamo Arnold. I mean, how about that little half volley, the pop up, but the put away for Arnold.
Side out.
Leigh Waters is going back, just checking on her partner a bit.
6-5-1.
And this time it's the drive of Julian Arnold. 7-5.
And Leigh Waters is known to call timeout, so she is going to execute one right here.
1 minute.
Spot left to be taken.
Point.
Our most recent mixed doubles champions were Georgia Johnson and J.W. Johnson in Newport Beach, James Ignatowicz and Anna Bright
8-5-1.
in Utah. And the last time Leigh won was in the Austin Showdown alongside Ben Johns.
And Jack on the right here for the first time, and that didn't work either, and it is 9-5.
9-5-1.
Interesting switch out of that timeout. And they go back. Taking one out of Julian's playbook.
9-5-2.
And even that lands for David and Arnold.
Yeah, and this is one of those middle balls. You can see Jack's coming over to hit that ball. That puts him out of position, and Arnold is there, and Julian David This is going to be something just combining everybody here,
10-5.
but they've got a game point.
I think Julian just turned Canadian.
Side out.
How's it going, eh?
5-10-1.
So they earn the 6. Looking for some momentum here are Sock and Waters.
6-10-1.
Make it one more, and Leigh lets one out.
Point.
7-10 now for the 6 seed.
7-10-1.
What a nasty combination from Leigh Waters.
Point.
I mean, to be on the sprint and then have enough touch to keep that in the court. What a roll
8-10-1.
down the middle. Look out.
Timeout. Timeout receiving
And a
team.
timeout
8-10-1.
called now at
1 minute.
8-10.
Who plays on Sunday and who doesn't?
Important to know these two teams fighting to make that final. And they get one more, now 9-10. We've seen comeback after comeback, upset after upset through the first 2 days.
9-10-1.
Does he get it? Oh no!
Just
Second serve.
misses.
Where is he? We hadn't even got him back in the frame.
9-10-2. Side out.
And that just is deflating if you're Sock and Waters.
2 balls off the tape when you are trying to come all the way back. So now they got to stop
10-9-1.
more game points.
Point.
And game one to
11-9.
David and Arnold.
Timeout. Change in.
Just
2
2
minutes.
points. And now the rebuttal will have to come from Waters and Sock that they have dropped all day long to Vivienne David and Julian Arnold.
Point.
Yeah, Jack's been feasting off forehands in the middle off the bounce, but the counters from Vivienne David have been
1-0-2.
so good so far today in this match.
Side out.
Still looking for that shake and bake.
0-1-1.
At times I find myself chuckling knowing that that's a
Second
technical
serve.
term in pickleball.
0-1-2.
Long rally in favor of Arnold and David.
And what an athletic, demanding rally there, too. My goodness.
1-1-2.
Leigh Waters putting a finishing touch.
Side out. One, 1-1. Yep, goes out. Point. Two, 1-1.
So 3-1 now for Waters and Sock with the advantage.
And that's the first chirping from Jack here, and that certainly got him going in their last match. Captured right there.
And another starting to find that baseline ground stroke.
Exact same score in game one, 4-1, they were up.
4-1-1.
This just feels a little different.
There it is for Leigh Waters, patrolling the center of the court. It's one of the tough elements is when you're poaching from that right side. More often than not, it ends up on your backhand side, so you have to be very wary of the right. See, even there, just waiting for it.
Yeah, what a drive from Sock. That return hit the baseline. He still smoked one that could be popped up for Leigh, and it is timeout time.
Yeah, go with your bread and butter. Sitting on the paddle of Jack Sock. A great reaction.
Yeah, he's been waving that forehand, and he got exactly what he wanted and just didn't have the paddle up to just hit it down and be ready, but still going on 2 here.
And I love it, the ball movement there from Vivienne David, creating space.
Yeah, and that's when Jack will learn he doesn't need to stick his paddle in there. Leig's right there, going to have a good look at that ball. Lots of players do that. You feel like, man, I got to help my partner, and you're actually hurting them.
Leigh Waters just so good, even a foot off or 2 feet off the kitchen line, where she's really comfortable in hands battles, giving herself a little bit more time to get that paddle on the right side of her body.
Jack does such a good job at such an early start in his pro career of waiting to see where the defense goes and then smoking that winner right between them.
Vivienne keeping that just low enough. So either that ball needs to be sent back to the backside of Leigh Waters, which would actually in that case be her forehand side, or dropped where it was from Vivienne David on the 4th. A little cagey play there from Leigh Waters. The hold on her paddle.
Yeah, and then right at the body of Arnold, but in. A lot of people try that shot and try to hit somebody, but you have too much pace. If they get out of the way, it's well deep. That's perfect.
And that's a pattern I've seen before.
And again, nice job by Arnold of hanging in there. And then I think Jack will learn you don't have to hit a winner there. Just drop that and get to the kitchen. Your original plan has been foiled, but it's not over.
Vivienne David finds the line.
Point.
Beautiful inside out from David, and fist pumping her way back to the service line.
Point.
Jack's stunned that he's had a few of those on the backhand not go his way.
That's something he'll continue to develop, is that little backhand roll.
Yep.
Point. Timeout, receiving team.
Yeah, and that's the danger of not wanting to hit a backhand, so you have a lot of steps to get around it, and then you're trying to hit it inside out. That takes even more time away on this tour and at this tournament specifically.
Little Keenan and Peele connections right there, Dave.
Sure, Kevin Bacon's involved somehow.
Trying to dig that out is Julian Arnold.
Second serve. Four, 7-2.
Missed return for the 5th.
Point.
Again, that unwinding the stack, you're just in a little extra hurry.
5-7-2.
And it's interesting. I think Jack
out.
Sock's just in a tough spot in general. He talked about it in one of their earlier interviews, saying, you know, if I don't end up winning, I know it's on me because I'm playing alongside Leigh Waters. So no matter what you think, there is still plenty of pressure on that guy right there.
100%.
Oh,
Ouch.
Point.
check your throat. Ouch.
Eight, 5-1.
Love the movement there from Jack.
Point.
He knows if he's got to hit that inside out, he's got to get back to cover the line.
Yeah, he does, and Riley Newman does this all day. He knows that you think it's open and it isn't if he goes there
9-5-1.
directly like he did there. Well done.
Middle, and we're going to stick with middle. You can even
And-
see the mark on Julian right there. Oh,
Yeah.
poor guy. It hurts.
Oh yeah, that thing was poked.
9-5-2.
Wow. 3 rallies in a
Point.
row where the tape, and I think Waters and Sock would quickly point out, and there's that man alive. Look at that. That is a
10-5-2.
serious pickleball tattoo here on game point.
Slide out.
Don't let him know, Julian. Don't let him know. Show no pain.
5-10-1.
And there it is. That's a really great location
Point.
from Arnold.
Yeah, he got him to hit one, and then he went back there, and Sock doesn't have the time to get out of that, and I'm pretty sure Leigh is probably saying, well, if you go back cross court, you're
6-10-1.
definitely going to get it.
Second serve.
So one side out now. David and Arnold looking to make a comeback. They have game 1
6-10-2.
in favor.
Side out. Ten, 6-1.
And it's all Leigh Waters to close out game 2.
Timeout.
And I love the
Change it.
gentleman, Jack.
That's a good first strike for Jack Sock.
Yeah, I think
Side out.
one more big hole at the beginning of a game for David and Arnold, and that's going to be lethal. They need to
0-0-1.
keep this tight early and see how Jack responds.
And Leigh is happy because getting some net love their direction.
Yeah, Jack hit such a tennis shot there because when you have that much court open, it's usually open. You just float it in there, but there's only 20 feet there, so they covered it,
1-0-1.
but AL's there.
You forgot he was with somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, he immediately knew he did too much. After the slide, he had
1-0-2.
visions of grandeur there, Cam.
There's just so much pace right now. Both Sock and Waters taking shots right at the body. It's so hard to have to defend.
Yeah, because if you do try to deaden it in the kitchen, it has to be down. If it pops up, you're just feeding them again.
Don't want to feed the beast.
No.
Little hold on the paddle for David creates just enough indecision.
Yeah, and a great ball from Arnold to make Sock hit a backhand off the bounce.
Second serve.
Because that's what Arnold thinks he has, which is he runs around at the middle of the court is open, but if Sock keeps it low enough, he can get back there. That's a tall man, 6'3".
What's the call?
And Julian called that ball out of bounds.
Who'd you call it out? You called it. All right, ball's out. Second serve.
And now they're going to ask Vivienne if she saw it.
Did you see it? All right, you were challenging the out call.
And they're going to challenge this call.
Okay. Challenge
Okay,
the out
so
call. Result? All right.
this is interesting because, again,
All right. Result
if-
plays the point. Referee timeout.
if it can't fully
challenge of the out
be
call.
seen, we're sticking without.
Or the result of the play is 1-2-2. We have a challenge. We'll never resume the
And-
proceed with video challenge.
I don't know. I thought real time it was in. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, and you're getting a look at it now.
Yeah, that appears to be good as well, and I agree, Cam. Off the paddle, I thought it was good.
After reviewing, the call of out stands. Loss of a challenge and loss of a timeout. We will resume play at 1-2-2. With one timeout remaining, 2 timeouts remaining.
They're sticking with the out call. Okay. So that costs Waters and Sock a timeout, and that's what Jack's commenting on there too. That could be huge later on.
Yeah, they were serving. They were serving. Right. They have 1 point now. They're on 2.
So now we're trying to figure out if it's second or first serve.
All right. You're
And
good.
it
You're
would
good. Here we
be
go.
second serve
Time
with
in.
Julian on
1,
the
2,
right
2.
side. 1-2-2.
Side out. Two, 1-1. Second serve. 2-1-2. Side out.
Time AL tries to shake and bake her own ball. Oh, okay. A little
1,
out
2,
call
1.
there from Vivienne and a smirk. Extra pop.
Oh, and Annalie
Extra
Waters.
pop.
I'm sorry, you got to go back. Annalie Waters just put her hands down in a gesture that ball well in.
1-2-2.
She's not shy to throw a little bit of that
No.
in there.
We're indoors, but there can be shade.
Here's out. I saw out.
And now
I saw
another
out.
one.
I saw out. Called
And
out.
even the crowd is groaning.
Point. 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 Let's go. Let's go. Let's play.
Wow.
2-2-2. Point.
And I think we have a look at that last out call that they weren't thrilled with. And again,
3-2-2.
that's real close. We'll just leave it at that.
We'll leave it there.
in the hip of Vivienne David.
Side out.
Some of the longer dink rallies we've now seen.
Yep, Sock's been able to protect the backhand on those and keep the ball in a safer spot.
2-3-1.
It was actually Arnold that sped one up, and Leigh was ready.
Second serve.
Impressed by that fourth from David and
2-3-2.
Arnold, just soft enough to negate the poach. Ball called out of bounds.
All right.
And
You call it. Okay. Okay, hold it. Let's
now we're going to have a challenge the
call us
opposite
out.
direction.
All right. Call us out. So it's point. You want to challenge. You want to challenge the out call. I did not see it. I didn't see it clearly enough. Did you see it? All right. All right.
Okay.
All right. The results.
So,
all right.
Challenge
Call us out.
Fest
The result plays
USA
a
here
point.
to start game number
We have a
3.
challenge of the
That
out
looked
call.
wide off the paddle, but again, let's
You
see.
do. You. All right. The result of the play, the score will be 3-3-2.
There's a
We're now
look.
proceeding to Go challenge.
Ball
After
is.
video review, the call about is overturned. We'll resume play with David and Arnold serving at 3-2-1.
Call is overturned, ball and bounds.
It was
Julian Arnold recognizing, saying the ball was in fact on the line.
hold up.
So they
All right, here we
do
go.
not lose a timeout
right.
in that exchange either.
3-2-1.
And the score goes back to 3-2. Serve to David and Arnold. You got to hit the reset here
Yeah,
now.
this is
I mean, this
wonky.
is real funky here in game number 3.
4-2-1.
Challenge is going one direction, then the other. You got to let it be fuel to the fire if you're Waters and Sock.
Yeah, we
serve.
saw not exactly this situation, but a different
4-2-2.
element get that lady right there fired up in her singles. We'll see if this can get her going in this mixed doubles semifinal.
Point.
And it's tough. I mean, your decision making becomes that much more critical at a juncture like this, especially when the emotions start to get even more
5-2-2.
engaged in a match like this.
Wait, let me-
Yeah,
okay,
we will
pause
switch
for it.
sides at
Wait,
6, so
you're
you
good.
do
All
not
right,
want
let
to
me
be
recall the
down
score.
4. It's a big rally right here.
5-2-2. Side out.
Side out back to Waters and Sock, trailing by 3. If you can get within 2 or 3 here at the end change,
2-5-1.
things are looking a little brighter. There's one.
Point.
So that's that thing, you just want to deaden it into the kitchen, but if you don't get it still, it needs to be
3-5-1.
clean. Miss from Arnold.
Tries to find the middle, but Jack Sock is
Point.
there. I will say, though, I'm very impressed from David and Arnold's standpoint in their ability to not necessarily counter, but try and force them to play a slower game. So those third shot drives are coming. Instead of countering back with the pace, they're just letting the game settle in.
4-5-1.
Yeah, they just got to continue to dink there and make Jack find it. Oh my goodness.
Oh boy, on Diamo, but this time it's from Sock. 5-all. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
5-5-1.
My blood pressure just raised.
So did everyone in Charlotte in that facility.
Second serve.
And Arnold held his hand up to his ear, seeing if Sock had something to say there. This is something else.
I just got uncomfortable. And just like that, a lead change. And who has the in change? Waters and Sock. He waited, even found the backhand slice. Jack Sock with the 7th.
Yeah, it was a little high, but David wasn't able to make it. So Jack dinks 6 or 7 there. That's a big point.
That is a big point, just in terms of its construction alone. Right through the middle. Leigh Waters.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice there. She's standing there just waiting for the ball. That ball is high. Sock is way back. That's not where you want to put that ball. And both are screaming back at him.
I just go back to not necessarily the shot selection for Leigh Waters, but her decision making to know where her court positioning is there, to stay more relative on that right side so that she can poach. I mean, it's her read game that's so impressive right now at the 9-5 point.
Timeout receiving team, 9-5-2. 1 minute.
So another timeout called, and Dave, I go back. The score was 2-5, and it was in favor of Arnold and David.
Yeah, they were
that
serving.
Point, it's a 7-point run.
100%. That moment just means everything. And you know, we saw, you know, I was texting with Jack after his singles, and he went to Perseus today. He did not use that yesterday. Got a little more on it, feeling more confident in that paddle, and he's 2 points away from getting to play for a gold medal in his very first pro tournament. Still got to get those last 2, but what an ability to just adjust to a new paddle on the fly here as well. I like the fact that they tried to slow it down. Again, it's fractions. Jack sped one up. That's a ball that Vivienne David usually makes on that backhand. Didn't make it, and now here we are at 9-5.
So now you're in a tough spot if you're David and Arnold. What's the messaging to yourself in a moment like this? Anxiety's pretty high. The pressure is high. You're playing against 2 of the best.
Yeah, got to throw that on the ground and see if this guy will be able to be up to the challenge of balls on the ground. But you got to hope you get there, and they're not gonna.
So another drive and crash play gets Waters and Sock at 10-5. It is match point.
10-5-2.
A shot for Jack Sock to make championship Sunday.
Now,
and I think that's a replay.
Did that hit the bar?
It's a replay. It hit the bar.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a replay.
So that trough down the middle is a do-over on a net like this. As long, yes, it goes right down and hits it. So even though it hits the net, it has to hit the ground a second time. Wow.
Didn't expect that on a match point, but yet here we are.
10-5-2.
I'm not even sure whose paddle contacted that. What a crazy play.
That was so bizarre because everyone was just so like
nonchalant.
Chill. Yeah, it was just chill. And, you know, it's only match point to play on Sunday. Wow.
5-10-1.
So the trek begins for Arnold and David. Whoa! The man can dink.
Beautiful inside-out forehand there. Don't see clean dink winners very often.
So they get 1, 6-10.
Point.
Might be one of the prettiest inside-outs we've seen.
6-10-2.
Nice job by Julian Arnold, sticking in that hand battle.
7-10-2.
The swing, and I'm going to say the purposeful miss. Waters and Sock earn the right to serve and earn the right to a match point.
10-7-1.
Jack Sock to Championship Sunday.